Guys, I just saw this girl Hallie post about her moment in Michael's craft store, and like not many people know this, but I have like trauma from Michael's craft store, and I think it's time that I finally tell my story. Okay, so let me set the scene. I want to say I'm like 7 or 8 or 9, like somewhere in there, and I have an older sister, and at the time we loved playing like store and restaurant, like anything where she could boss me around basically. And we had all those little like fake food toys, and we'd bring like random stuff to my parents and be like, your bill will be $208, or like something stupid. And the one thing we were missing from our little game was like a credit card to swipe for the food, obviously. And so, me being me, I'm always thinking ahead. So one day, my mom's like, come on, get in the car, we're going to Michael's craft store. I'm like, perfect. And so she gets her stuff, and we're in the checkout line. And I think I was in trouble that day, so like one hand was on the buggy. You know when you get in trouble and your mom's like, put your hand on the buggy and don't move? That was me. So we're walking, and we're like almost to the register. And I see this glorious, like one of those like turny spin things. And it's full of gift cards, just gift cards upon gift cards. And I'm like, And so without even thinking or like being secretive at all, like I guess my mom just didn't see, but I swiped like, I want to say like 2 or 3 gift cards. And so like I successfully like made it out of the store, and I didn't even put together in my mind that I was stealing. It was just kind of like, oh, this is like for my game at home. Like, duh. And because I didn't realize I was stealing, I also turned myself in to my parents. So we get home, and I'm like in the car with my sister, and I'm like, sis, like look what I got, like our credit cards for our game. And my mom like turns around in her seat and she said, what did you say? And at that moment, the fear of God physically entered my body. And then that's when I took a turn, and I did start lying to cover up my tracks. And so basically my mom is no idiot, and she figured out what had happened, and then she said, go to your room and your father and I are gonna talk. Basically the next morning, instead of doing school, my dad drove me back to Michael's, and we walk inside and the manager is there to meet us. And basically he had called ahead and just told the manager to like rip into me. And that's exactly what she did. She was like, young lady, like you could go to jail for this, like I could call the cops, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like bawling my eyes out. And since that day, I've definitely learned my lesson. I have never stolen, and I don't really enjoy going to Michael's craft store anymore. So yeah, don't steal, kids.